With the Iowa caucuses just 5 days away, NBC's Garrett Haake joins us from Des Moines. Garrett, as mentioned, former President Trump spent the day in court yesterday. So let's talk about this from a political standpoint. Was there a larger strategy there instead of campaigning in Iowa?
Yeah, Hoda, Donald Trump didn't have to go to court. He chose to go to court, and that tells you this is something that the Trump team views as a net positive for him. They believe he can go to Washington, D.C., or go to a courtroom in New York later this week and make arguments that somehow the Biden administration is going after him personally, that this is about election interference, and that those arguments are just as effectively, if not more effectively, delivered in Washington than they would be here in a very snowy Iowa. Now, that said, the former president is coming back to the state tonight. He's got a town hall tonight that he's going to use to try to counter-program what could be the final debate, the first one-on-one debate between Nikki Haley and Ron DeSantis here in Des Moines.
Well, Garrett, all this comes as Nikki Haley seems to be gaining momentum in some recent polls. In fact, coming in within single digits of Donald Trump in New Hampshire. So what's driving that?
Yeah, Hoda, it's been really interesting to watch. We haven't seen a lot of data out of Iowa, but there are those two new polls out of New Hampshire, and they show a little bit of different things. They both show Nikki Haley in a pretty strong second place, one showing her within basically single digits of the former president. That would be a big jump in that state. A lot of that has to do with who votes in New Hampshire. That group looks a lot different than what we see here in Iowa. It's more moderate voters, more independent voters, more of the folks that she has been targeting who've sometimes had a hard time coming around to the former president. But the former president's definitely noticed. Donald Trump's been attacking her with ads in New Hampshire. His PAC has been attacking her with ads in New Hampshire. He even reposted a false kind of birther claim suggesting that she wouldn't be eligible to serve as president. Of course, Nikki Haley, born in South Carolina, perfectly eligible. But it shows that the Trump team is paying very close attention to her rise in Iowa and in New Hampshire, Hoda.
All right, Garrett Haake for us there in Des Moines. Garrett, thanks.
Hey, thanks for watching. Don't miss the Today Show every weekday at 11 a.m. Eastern, 8 Pacific on our streaming channel, Today All Day. To watch, head to today.com/allday or click the link right here.